The psychology of people who prefer being alone. In a world that often celebrates extroversion and constant social connectivity, the preference for solitude can seem enigmatic or even concerning. Social media feeds are filled with images of bustling parties, group adventures, and endless networking events, portraying solitude as a potential red flag for loneliness or social inadequacy. Yet, for many individuals, being alone is not a burden, but a deliberate choice, a source of rejuvenation, creativity, and self-discovery. This script explores the psychology behind people who prefer being alone, drawing on insights from psychological research, personality theories, and real-world observations. We'll delve into the traits that characterize these individuals, the scientific underpinnings of their preferences, the benefits they reap, and the misconceptions that surround them. Far from being isolated or antisocial, these people often exhibit remarkable emotional strength and mental resilience. By understanding this mindset, we can appreciate solitude not as a deficit, but as a powerful psychological asset. The distinction between solitude and loneliness is crucial here. Loneliness is a painful emotional state arising from perceived social isolation, often linked to negative mental health outcomes like depression or anxiety. Solitude, on the other hand, is a voluntary and enjoyable state of being alone, where one feels content and fulfilled without external company. People who prefer being alone actively seek solitude because it aligns with their inner world, allowing them to process thoughts, recharge energy, and engage in meaningful self. This preference isn't about avoiding people entirely. It's about prioritizing quality over quantity in social interactions. As we'll see, this choice is often rooted in specific personality traits and neurological differences that make solitude not just tolerable, but essential. Key personality traits of solitude seekers. Psychological studies reveal that people who enjoy being alone share several rare and valuable personality traits. These aren't universal, but they appear consistently in research on introversion and solitary preferences. Let's examine 8 distinct traits supported by expert insights. Deep self-awareness and inner strength. One of the hallmark traits is a profound sense of self. These individuals know their thoughts, emotions, and motivations intimately, often because solitude provides the space for introspection. Without the distractions of social chatter, they can tune into their inner voice, leading to greater emotional maturity. Psychology suggests that this self-awareness fosters resilience, as they rely less on external validation for their self. For instance, they might journal, meditate, or simply sit in quiet contemplation, emerging with clearer goals and a stronger sense of purpose. High emotional intelligence. Contrary to stereotypes, solitude lovers often possess superior emotional intelligence. They are adept at recognizing and managing their own emotions, as well as empathizing with others, skills honed in the quiet of their own company. This trait allows them to navigate relationships more effectively when they do engage socially, avoiding superficial interactions in favor of deep connections. Research indicates that time alone enhances helping them process complex feelings without overwhelm. Creativity and innovative thinking. Solitude is a breeding ground for creativity. Without external input, the mind wanders freely, leading to novel ideas and problem-solving breakthroughs. Historical figures like Isaac Newton and Emily Dickinson thrived in isolation, producing groundbreaking work. Modern psychology links this to the default mode network in the brain, which activates during downtime and fuels imagination. People who prefer being alone often channel this creativity into hobbies, writing, art, or intellectual pursuits, finding fulfillment in personal projects rather than group activities. Independence and self-sufficiency. These individuals are psychologically sound, meaning they don't depend on others for happiness or entertainment. They enjoy their own company and can handle life's challenges solo, from decision-making to daily routines. This trait stems from a secure attachment style, where solitude feels safe rather than threatening. It's not arrogance. It's a quiet confidence that allows them to set boundaries and say no to draining social obligations. Open-mindedness and low neuroticism. Surprisingly, people who like being alone are less likely to be neurotic, characterized by anxiety, moodiness, or worry. Instead, they tend to be open-minded, embracing new ideas and experiences on their own terms. Studies show that those unafraid of singledom score higher on openness to experience, a big 5 personality trait associated with curiosity and adaptability. This openness makes them tolerant of ambiguity, thriving in unstructured time alone. Value for meaningful relationships. While they may have fewer friends, their relationships are deep and intentional. They prefer quality over quantity, investing energy in a small circle of trusted individuals rather than spreading themselves thin. This selectivity ensures authenticity, as they avoid small talk and seek conversations with substance. Psychology notes that this approach leads to more satisfying social bonds, reducing the risk of relational burnout. Emotional self-regulation. Solitude provides a reset button for emotional equilibrium. These people use alone time to decompress from overstimulation, preventing emotional exhaustion. Unlike extroverts, who gain energy from crowds, they recharge inwardly, maintaining balance through solitude. This trait is particularly evident in introverts, who process stimuli more deeply and thus need recovery periods. Resilience to social pressure. Finally, they exhibit a rare ability to resist societal norms that equate busyness with success. In a culture that pathologizes aloneness, they remain unfazed, prioritizing personal well-being over fitting in. This resilience often correlates with higher life satisfaction, as they live authentically rather than performatively. These traits paint a picture of individuals who are not reclusive but selectively engaged, using solitude as a tool for personal growth. Scientific explanations. The brain and biology of solitude. To understand why some people prefer being alone, we must look at the science. Carl Jung's theory of introversion and extroversion is foundational. Introverts direct energy inward, finding external stimulation draining, while extroverts thrive on it. Jung described introverts as those who feel most alive in solitude, drawing from an inner reservoir of psychic energy. Modern neuroscience supports this. Introverts have more active frontal lobes during rest, indicating richer internal processing. Dopamine plays a key role, too. Extroverts seek novelty for dopamine hits, but introverts have sensitive reward systems that don't require much external input. A study in the British Journal of Psychology found that highly intelligent people experience lower satisfaction from frequent socializing, preferring minimal stimulation to avoid overwhelm. Their brains interpret solitude as rewarding, not punishing. Genetics and environment also influence this preference. Twin studies suggest heritability in introversion, while upbringing such as encouraging independent play can nurtures solitary tendencies. Beliefs about solitude matter. Those with positive views experience less loneliness, while negative beliefs amplify isolation's downsides. Thus, preferring alone time isn't a flaw, but an adaptive trait. Benefits of embracing solitude. The advantages of preferring solitude extend beyond personal comfort. Mentally, it boosts clarity and focus, reducing stress from social overload. Physically, alone time correlates with better sleep and immune function, as it allows recovery from daily interactions. Creatively, solitude fosters innovation. Many breakthroughs occur in isolation. Emotionally, it builds self-reliance, leading to higher socially, it enhances relationships by ensuring interactions are genuine. In a hyper-connected era, solitude offers a counterbalance to digital distractions, promoting mindfulness and presence. Misconceptions and potential downsides. Despite these benefits, misconceptions persist. Society often labels solitude seekers as lonely or antisocial, ignoring that they can be socially skilled when needed. However, excessive solitude can tip into isolation if it stems from avoidance rather than preference. Monitoring for signs of depression is key. Cultural biases favor extroversión, pressuring introverts to conform, which can lead to burnout. Recognizing solitude as valid helps mitigate this. The psychology of people who prefer being alone reveals a rich tapestry of traits like self-awareness, creativity, and resilience, rooted in biology and personality. This preference is a strength, enabling deeper living in a shallow world. By challenging stereotypes, we can celebrate solitude as essential for human flourishing. Whether you're a solitude lover or not, incorporating alone time can enhance well-being for all.